All right, let's get right into it. We're going to look at a company that says they can settle a global property deal in about the time it takes you to snap your fingers. This is CuanDeOro, and their goal is to completely flip international real estate transactions on their head. But before we get into the how, let's just stop and think for a second. If you're buying property in another country and you need to move a huge amount of money across borders, how long do you figure that really takes? Well, right now, with the standard banking system that pretty much everyone uses, you're looking at 3 to 7 business days. I mean, that can be a full week of waiting, wondering where your money is. It's just stuck somewhere in limbo. Okay, so that's the old way. Now check this out. The CuanDeOro way, 5 seconds. Yeah, you heard that right. Not days, not even hours, 5 seconds. So, how on earth is that even possible? Let's break it down. You see, to really get why this solution is such a big deal, you have to appreciate just how clunky the problem is. The system we use for international payments was built for a totally different time. It's not just slow, it's expensive, and honestly, you have no idea what's happening. It's a total black box. What you've got to understand is your money doesn't just go from your bank to their bank. Oh no, it takes this weird, winding journey hopping between a bunch of different intermediary banks. And every single stop along the way adds delays. And you guessed it, every stop takes a cut in fees. You lose money, you lose track of it, and the whole thing just grinds to a halt. And that is where the CuanDeOro solution comes in. We're not just talking about a simple payment app here. This is an entire ecosystem for real estate, all built on a super fast blockchain called the Stellar Network. They basically replace that whole messy chain of banks with one clean, clear digital path. And this is where it gets really mind-blowing. By cutting out all those middlemen, the savings are just staggering. On a €1 million deal, we're talking about savings of around 20,000 euros. Just think about that. That's not just a nice little discount. That is a complete game changer. So how does it actually work? Well, the core of it is something called a multi-signature smart contract. The easiest way to think about it is like a digital safe that needs 2 out of 3 keys to open it. The buyer gets a key, the seller gets a key, and a neutral third party, like a notary, gets the 3rd key. The money cannot move unless at least 2 of those people agree. Simple as that. Okay, speed is great, savings are great, but I know what you're thinking. When you're moving your life savings, is it safe? Well, security is everything, and this whole system was built from the ground up with that one thing in mind, protecting your money. CuanDeOro's security is really built on 4 main pillars. First, and this is a big one, they are non-custodial. They use that super secure Multisig Escrow we just talked about. They have automated bank-level ID checks, and every single thing that happens is recorded on the blockchain for anyone to see. Total transparency. Now, let's talk about that term non-custodial, because it's absolutely crucial. All it means is that CuanDeOro, the company, never, ever holds your money. They just provide the technology, the digital highway. Your funds go directly from you into that secure smart contract and then directly to the seller. CuanDeOro literally can't touch it. And if you hear blockchain and you start worrying about wild crypto price swings, don't be. This system doesn't use those kinds of cryptocurrencies. It uses something called stablecoins, like USDC and EURC. These are just digital tokens that are backed one-to-one by real US dollars and euros sitting in a bank. So 1 EURC is always worth €1. No volatility. So here's something that might surprise you. CuanDeOro isn't actually selling this directly to homebuyers. Their whole model is B2B, business to business. They provide this incredible technology as a service to real estate agencies through a partner program. And for any real estate agents watching right now, here's the breakdown. It's pretty straightforward. There are 2 plans. You've got Realtor Token, which is perfect for individual agents just getting started. And then there's the main CuanDeOro plan for full-blown agencies, giving them unlimited use of everything for just a flat monthly fee. But this part is the real kicker for the agencies. Let's look at who actually pays the transaction fee. It's a tiny 0.2% fee, and it's split between the buyer and the seller. And the partner agent? 0. Zilch. Nada. You pay 0 commission on the transaction. Your only cost is that flat monthly subscription. So this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard, it's happening. The pilot program is set to launch in March 2026. And right now, they're actively looking for their first group of partners, specifically licensed real estate agencies in Spain who want to be at the absolute forefront of this shift in the industry. And while that pilot is focused on Spain, the company itself is being built somewhere else. You might be wondering, where is all this coming from? Well, CuanDeOro is incorporated in Dublin, Ireland, and trust me, that location is a very, very strategic choice. Their company motto really tells the whole story: Celtic strength, Hispanic passion. It's about combining this solid, reliable tech and financial framework of Ireland with the real passion for serving international markets, especially those in the Spanish-speaking world. You know, it's a strategy that puts them in some pretty impressive company. I mean, when you set up your headquarters right alongside giants like Google, Apple, and the payment behemoth Stripe, you're positioning yourself right in the heart of Europe's tech hub. You're building for the global stage. So let's just end with this thought. What if this technology isn't just a niche little product? What if the trust, the transparency, and that 5-second speed of blockchain becomes the new normal, the new standard for how every single one of us buys and sells property around the world? CuanDeOro is betting that